if you want to work in car sales, let's kind of dive into it. So a little bit about me. I've been just in car sales for about 2 years, but here's a couple of things that I think are very important that you should know about before you consider going into this career. Especially if you're someone that's got an 8 to 4 job or a 9 to 5 job or something like this, it's usually a very hard transition, a switch for them because the hours. Number one is like the hours that you're working because there's no set hours. You're here essentially from open to close. Like some places are open till 9 p.m. Right, so you're working late. Um, if you don't have like an entrepreneur mindset, you're going to find it hard. It's going to be a very hard adjustment. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it's probably going to be very hard for you to get adjusted to that. What I mean by that is there's going to be things that come up where you're going to be required to be here. Not required where the employer is going to tell you, hey, you have to come in, but it just things like it's commission. Like if a guest wants to come in on your day off or an appointment, you have two choices. Like if they're like, no, we can't make it a different day, either you're handing that lead off to someone else. Hopefully you built some rapport. That's very important. Get to know your coworkers. Maybe they can help you out, but otherwise, most of the time, you're gonna be like, man, you know what? Yeah, I'll come in. What time do you want to come in? So that's what I mean by hours, right? So it might be on your day off. You might be here long. So that's one thing that goes into it. Yeah. Anybody that's like thinking about going into car sales, the biggest thing that I can tell you is imagine you're working at ABC Motors. You're using their inventory, but you're working for yourself. You're selling cars for yourself because there's a lot that's involved in it, right? So you're posting cars and everything like this. You're reaching out to guests. It's essentially if you don't sell a car, you don't make money on it. Like you're gonna be there's gonna be days that you're gonna sit there. You're gonna be there all day. You're not gonna sell a car, and it's gonna feel like, you know what, I just wasted my whole day. So yeah, if you're someone that just not accustomed to that kind of a lifestyle or a switch, I would really reconsider. Not saying that it's hard, like you can overcome it. Like I started with a job that I was working from 8 to 4 at a guaranteed salary, all that stuff, and I went into car sales. Before you say, "Are you freaking crazy?" It's you know what? It's okay. It's worked out for me. So if you're watching this, maybe you'll be able to do it too. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is if you're looking into going into car sales, like this is especially if you're new, and this is how it was with me, right? If you're new going into a new place, never done car sales, never had I guess a book as they call it, or previous guests that you can reach out to be like, hey, I was at this place, now I'm working here. If you're looking to upgrade your cars, come and talk to me, right? I'm working here, I'll help you guys out. So if you're starting new in the industry, it's going to be probably going to be very tough for the first little bit. It will be tough for sure because you have no pipeline. You have no pipeline of customers that you can reach out to. So what that means is you're going to have to generate your own business. So how do you do that? It's actually, you have a service base where you're calling customers that are there. You're like, hey, you know what? I noticed you were in with whatever car. Here's some options. Do trade appraisals, trying to flip them out into a new car. So that's one way. So if you don't have it, that's what you're using to generate your business. The second is you're posting cars. You're posting cars on Facebook Marketplace, Auto Trader. I'm in Canada, so we have Kijiji. I don't know what you guys have if you're watching in the States, but you're posting those cars, trying to generate your own leads, right? For people to come into you. Eventually, you'll probably get put on leads. You might be able to take fresh ups because if you're new to the industry, they're probably not going to let you take fresh ups right away because they want someone to be able to close the deals. Might be different. I know my dealership, I had to wait a little bit of time before I was allowed on leads, but it might be different where you are, right? So that's where it'll take you a little bit of time to build your pipeline of customers that you can reach out to. But once you do, it's a great career. Like it is a great career because look at leases, 36 months. Now you have a pipeline. Hey, you have a guest that's possibly going to trade out of that lease. All you got to do is make sure you do the job. Um, that's it. So for the first little bit, yes, it will be hard, but trust me, guys, if I can do it, you guys can do it too. It's not that hard at all. You just got to make sure you put the time in. Don't get discouraged by some days where you might not sell a car or anything like this, right? Um, the next one that I want to talk about, this is you know what, this is just me. I don't know. This is a funny one because so when I first started at the dealership, I was weighing 220 pounds, and then now I'm at 240. You're probably like, what the hell are you talking about? You're telling me car sales stuff, if I should be working there, and you're talking about weight. Uh, the reason why I say this is because when you first, when I first started, 220, I was like, all right, I'm going to stay at this weight. But it's such fast paced. You're always doing something. You're always running around. There's always something that you're doing, right? You walk a lot, so make sure you get some good walking shoes. Here it's like minus 30 in the winter, so make sure you have a good warm jacket, winter boots, and stuff like that as well. But you're constantly on the go. So what does that mean? There'll be one of your coworkers like, hey, I want to go get food from here. You want in? They'll be like, no. And I'm like, you sure you don't want in, man? They have really good food. And all of a sudden, guess what? You're like, yeah, you know what, man? Put me in. I'm down. I'm down. It's usually a burger or something like this, and you'll start eating it. And then, little do you know, you put on 20 pounds. So I call myself. I'm trying to cut back down. If you're watching this, by the way, and if you're working car sales or something like this is just a generic overview. There's lots of different things, right? Pay plan and all this. But if anybody was watching this that's been doing this for a while, can you please shed some light to let me know if there's anything that I missed? What you think some of the new guys watching this should know about it? But it's going to be a lot. You're constantly going to be like looking at deals and stuff like this, thinking about it. Oh, what could I have done? What could I do? Other thing that a lot of people is product presentation and stuff like this. I wouldn't get too caught up on that stuff, right? So this is showing the cars, going over the features and all that stuff. There's a whole different way of doing it, but at the end of the day, I think it's you, your own personality that you bring into the industry, right? That's what's going to help you sell cars. My biggest approach that I've ever had is, you know what, I was a buyer before I became a seller. So just treat anybody that's in front of you just like the way you would want to be treated, right? Give them the information, let them know what everything is, break it down line by line for them, so there's no surprises. As long as you're honest with your guest, and you should always be honest, right? You don't need to try and pull a fast one or any of that stuff. Don't do that, because the guest that's buying from you now, you might be able to pull one on them, but eventually they're going to come back. They're not going to buy from you. They're going to go somewhere else, because if they have a shitty experience at your place that you work, they're probably not going to come back. So just be yourself, and you'll be able to get it. Everything else will come with time, right? Deliveries, once you sell a car, you think you're done? No. We're lucky enough that we do have a delivery coordinator here, so she does all of our deliveries for us. But in the days that she's not there, you're doing all your deliveries, right? I know when I first started, our detail center closed, and I had to do a delivery for a guest. And guess what? You're getting some coins and washing that car yourself, right? So it's happened. It doesn't happen as often. I think I've only had to do it once. That's about it. But things like that do come up. So just be prepared for that. You might have to do some things that are out of your comfort zone, but it's no biggie. You'll easily pick up on all that stuff. Also, the pay is another one that everybody asks about. Is it even worth it? Do you want to do it? Can you really make money in car sales? I'll do a different video that kind of just outlines how typically dealership salespeople get paid. Ours is a little bit different because we're a straightforward upfront price store. What I mean by that is it's a one point of contact, so we don't have any finance managers here. Me as an account executive, I'm selling the cars, I'm selling the back end. If you're not sure what back end is essentially the warranties and all that stuff, right? So one person does it all, and that's it. And then you do all your paperwork and everything yourself. A typical dealership is the other way around. But so my pay scale is a little bit different to the rest of the people, rest of the dealerships. Let me know if you're in that same kind of environment. I don't know. I can't remember of any other stores. I know there's actually one other group around here, but if you guys are working, tell me how your store is structured. Like, are you paid as sales? Are you pitching the back end? Finance managers? How you guys are doing it? But I'll share that in a different video. I just want to kind of break this down, just kind of give you a little bit of perspective. Just watch this, right? Have a look. If you guys made it through all the way, for more tips and tricks, how I do things, follow me, subscribe to the channel. I'll be kind of doing weekly content like this, right? So just to tell you, and plus, especially me being new, how I started, how I got my pipeline up. If that's something that you guys want to know about, just leave it in the comments. But until the next time, guys, see you later. Have a good day. And don't forget, follow Tortoise Sells Cars.